Hello, Worth Workers. Welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap in to the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and thank you so much for being here today. Okay, last week we talked about victim mentality and how to get out of it if you find yourself within it. So I hope that was helpful. The Worth Work was making little attainable goals with the intent of being able to do bigger goals. So how did your small goals go this week? I hope it went so well. Today, I kind of was trying to think about a title for this episode, and I really felt like the main theme of it is going to be figureoutability. I don't know if that's a real word. I haven't looked it up or anything, but I genuinely believe that everything is figureoutable, that you can figure things out. Maybe not in the way that you think the outcome is going to go, but you can figure out things to accomplish them or to find your peace again. And it may mean like actually letting things go sometimes, and sometimes you can find a solution to whatever problem it is. But yeah, today's episode is going to be about figuring it out and other things that will help you to just kind of have strength in getting your dream life. Please ignore the construction that's going on. They're building it. I live in the show home village, so like every 2 months they start building a new house, and this is kind of the only time I have to do this, so I'm doing it now. Anyways, so let's get into this episode on figuring things out. Okay, so this is from an Instagram post that I saved by the guy named Timarmu. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but I will post it in the show notes, so please go check it out. This is the first slide, and this is what really caught me. The price you pay for being easygoing is not getting what you want. Try and be a little unreasonable in 2025. Fight for the life that you want. This hit me so hard because as an inherent people pleaser, and I consider myself an easygoing person, like I've had to work a lot on being patient, but I also am like chill in the sense that like whatever you want to do, I'm down to do. I'm always down to try new things and whatnot. But there is a price you pay for being easygoing. You're never the leader. You just are like a leaf in the wind being blown about by whatever is forcing you to go which way or whatnot. Wow, that was weird English. But if you're easygoing, you just don't get what you want. So you have to have intention and move forward with intention or intentionality to get the life you want. Because if you don't have a clear objective, if you don't have a clear goal to where you want your dream life to be, then it's not going to be attainable, and it's not just going to fall into your lap. That doesn't exist. Things just like happening out of sheer luck or happenstance. Like I definitely believe in divine appointments, that if you start moving on the path to your dream life, like things will fall into place, or you will find out pretty quickly that they are not for you, and it helps you to move forward in that strength. So be a little unreasonable this year. Try it. If you say yes when you actually want to say no, then it's going to cause resentment. So I used to live like that. I used to live in a state of resentment. So when you're trying to figure out your dream life, like you're going to have to be unlikable sometimes and unreasonable. And the hard fact is that not everyone is going to like you, but who cares? It's your life. Live your life. Okay? The next one, a silent form of self-sabotage is intensely focusing on other people. You're going to have to quit that this year. Okay? Quit it in 2025. If you are worrying about everyone but you, it really does lead to self-sabotage. So again, when you're trying to figure things out, look at your motivations for why you're doing things. Is it because so-and-so is going to like you if you do it? Or is it because you actually want to do it? And I hope that you choose the things that you actually want to do. Please. So stop intensely focusing on other people. So like doom scrolling on everyone else, like, oh, they're living their dream life. Like, when you're looking outward, that can cause a problem. So quit focusing on others and focus more on you and what you want, because we need to be intentional if we're going to figure things out. Okay. The level of confidence dictates the level of achievement. So this whole podcast is on how to have that level of confidence. So trusting your worth has everything to do with confidence, because when you know your worth, you know the skills and tools that you have and that you have conquered everything in the past that has come against you. When you know that, you are going to be confident moving forward. And that means that you are going to achieve your goals. So if you have that high level of confidence, you will have a high level of achievement. Mediocre people who work loudly outperform great people who work quietly. Is it fair? No. Is it a reality? Yes. So make this year the year you get louder. How many times have you seen someone like successful and you know you could do it better? You 100% know you could elevate what they're doing, and they're successful simply because they're out there trying to do it. So when we come back to that confidence, it's because they had the confidence to just go out and try it. And hopefully they're getting better as they do it. But like, I know as I've done things for long periods of times, I'm getting better every time. I'm trying to improve my process, either streamlining it, but nothing annoys me more than mediocrity, like being so celebrated when you know there are people who are exponentially more talented than those other people. And yet they're the ones who are successful just because they're tooting their horn the loudest. So be unreasonable, toot your own horn, celebrate yourself, be loud this year. Get that attention that you need to help you build your success. Because most things that we do involve other people, especially in this type of career that I want to. The thought of being famous, it's abhorrent to me. I hate the idea of being famous. Like, imagine trying to go somewhere like Beyonce famous. You can't go anywhere without security. You cause a ruckus. So I just think of you can't live a normal life when you're famous. So I don't want to be that. But I know I do have to put myself out there. And in order to make this a career, I need an audience of people. I have to relate to people, and I have to have a sort of an extroverted persona. And I'm so grateful for everyone that listens, but I do have to toot my own horn sometimes to build that audience, to help me be successful. Isn't any business, that's what it is. That's what marketing is getting as many eyeballs on your product, and hopefully your product and service is helpful and awesome, and then people just love it, and word of mouth, it spreads anyways. But it's this weird symbiotic relationship that we have to have with an audience. I don't know. I'm getting off topic, but yeah, it is really annoying to see someone who is successful and in your heart, I could do that. I could do it. So why not try and do it? Why not try to figure it out? Anyways, okay, there will always be someone richer, better looking, or funnier than you. Fun fact, you're that person to someone else. So run by your internal scorecard. So this is exactly what this podcast is about. Knowing your worth inherently, so you can have the confidence to figure things out. Because when you know that you are worthy and you deserve love, you can move through the world way more easier. When I feel loved and know that I'm loved, I 100% do things better. I'm more motivated to do things. I'm loved, I'm good. I have that confidence in moving forward. When you entrust your internal scorecard and your worth, then you don't have to worry about the noise. You don't have to worry about the mediocre people who are doing whatever they're doing. You don't have to worry about somebody who's funnier or better looking than you. You're just focused on you and accomplishing your dream life. And it makes it easier. And it also gives you more peace knowing that no, I know exactly who I am. I don't need, especially if you get hate comments and all that stuff. none of that matters because you know who you are and you can trust your worth in that regard. This is the essence of the episode right here. Everyone who started something had no clue how to do it in the beginning, but they figured it out by making mistakes. Make your number one trait your figure out ability. So how do we do this? You just do it by doing it. How many times have I not known how to do things and I've figured it out? How many times have you done that in your life where your boss is like, I need you to do this. And you're like, oh, I don't know how to do it. But you can't tell your boss. And then you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then you just go figure it out. You ask someone who has more knowledge than you. Make your number one trait figure out ability. So I'm thinking of two things. I'm thinking of that Chinese proverb or whatever, that story of the the father who has a son and they find this horse and they're so happy, like, oh, everyone's like, this horse is amazing, like it's so beautiful, it's gonna help out on your farm so much, like what a lucky thing to happen to you. And the farmer's like, neither here nor there, we'll see what happens. And then the son is riding the horse and he gets bucked off and the son breaks his back and they're like, oh no, that's so awful that happened to your son, like you must be so mad that you got this horse. And the farmer's like, like it's neither here nor there, we'll see what happens. So then the army comes in and they're conscripting sons into the army and they don't take this man's son because he has a broken back. So now this son basically gets to live because of this series of events. So it was neither here nor there, neither good nor bad. Let's just see how it plays out. So you can find more peace in your life knowing that like things will work out as they should. And also for figure out ability, it can help when you reflect on your own abilities to be able to overcome problems, then you know you've overcome things in the past, so you know you can figure it out now. That's why I really do believe like everything can be figured out. And sometimes like it may be being able to accept the outcomes that you did not want with more peace. So, for example, I had a situation like this. I was trying to start a business with my friend Bradley, and he's just an entrepreneur. I admire his tenacity in going after his business. He has a thriving business now. He's been on the podcast before. We've talked about it a little bit. He specializes in genealogy and finding people. He uses DNA to find people, and I think it's so amazing. So we had this idea to start this business where DNA, we could link people by QR codes on graves. So like you go to a cemetery and you just like see this QR code in the gravestone and you just scan it and then it leads to who that person is. And so it just helps make the database for finding people bigger, but like the business would be. And I've seen something online pop up like this, so it's not like it's a new idea, but we were trying to start it and then we were trying different things and we were kind of making some headway and we were trying to like, build up accounts because it would be a lot of like catalog, like finding these people, filming their stories and then like putting it onto that whatever app we were going to make, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so we did this for about 3 months and like we just felt like it wasn't working out and our passion for it wasn't growing and it just wasn't aligned with where we wanted to go and the businesses we wanted to create and things we wanted to do. So we ended up parting ways as like business partners, which is totally fine. And I'm so grateful for the experience because I learned a lot. There's a lot of things you need to know when you start a business. So I was so grateful to learn from his knowledge. But also, like, I was so at peace because I thought that was going to be the direction of my dream life. But as we started doing the process of the nitty gritty of doing the business, we both knew it wasn't for us. Because he had a different business already and I was still like trying to figure out what my dream was. So shortly after that, actually, I had the idea for the podcast and I ended up doing it. And I am living my dream life in the sense that like I'm trying to create this business and it's so exciting and I'm figuring it out. But you have to figure things out by trying it. The final slide on this says, whatever it is you truly want, do yourself a favor and actually go for it. Go all in. So at least if it doesn't work out, you can't say it's because you did not try. And I don't want to live a life of regrets because I've had many in the past. Like I'm at peace with them now. I think my only real regret now is that I didn't see the Spice Girls in concert. That's like genuinely like the biggest regret of my life. Which like seems funny, but like no, if Spice Girls tour again, I'm freaking going. I'm doing everything I can to figure that out because I want to go do it. But like I'm at peace with like, real regrets that I've had because I've learned and I've grown for them and I've figured it out and I'm moving forward trying to live the dream life I want. So I hope that as you go throughout this week, you can maybe apply some of the things I've talked about today. So like just being louder or like relying on your own worth, your internal scorecard, like trusting that that you can do things and having a high level of confidence that like if you don't have the skills, knowing that you can learn the skills to do these things. Getting rid of that self-sabotage of focusing intensely on other people. Like don't worry about what anybody else is doing. You have everything you need to create the life you want. And be a little unreasonable, like fight for you. Because if no one else really is going to fight for you, if you won't do it, if you won't fight for yourself. So please fight for your life that you want. I promise you that everything really is figureoutable. That it might not be the outcome you thought, but it's going to lead you to your actual dream life, to your purpose and to your joy. Like this is my dream, that you find what your purpose is and that it brings you so much joy, that you really intensely live the happiest life that you want to live and you can figure it out. You can do it. So please go out there and do it. So for your worth work this week, I want you to actually go for something that is kind of scaring you, like you've been ruminating on it. And honestly, like if it's your big dream, like taking one step towards that freaking big dream. So for me, it's been, it is this, as you know, it's this podcast. So my worth work example this week is making an episode plan because sometimes I have better plans, but like I know I need better planning in the sense that like I have to do research for these episodes and I haven't sat down and got down to the nitty-gritty of like, okay, what are the themes that are going to be coming up? So I am taking a step towards my dream by making an episode schedule. So that is my worth work this week. So your worth work is you need to take one step in the direction of your dream, okay? Your big dream. So whether that be like I'm moving to New York City to live my singing career. I'm making an album, so I'm going to write a song for that album. Or I am going to apply for my dream school that I've always wanted to apply for. So what is one thing I can do to start that application? I'm going to plan the best family vacation that this family has ever seen. I am going to ask that dude out. I'm going to ask that guy out and go on a date. Because a family is a dream of mine, and how do I start if I'm not in the places where the men are? So please, do the worth work this week. You're going to start figuring it out to live the dream life that you want to live. Okay? I hope this is motivational. As always, you can find me at trustyourworth.com or on Instagram at trustyourworthpodcast. If no one has told you today, you are capable. I love that word. That you have the capabilities you always have to do the things that you actually want to do. Okay? And don't forget to trust your worth. All right. Thanks so much for listening and have such a great day. Love you. Bye.